Hi guys! Welcome to October! So I decided to try something different and do a video instead, and so we'll talk about the energies of October and then we'll do a healing, whatever the angels want us to know for this month, like the energies. And yeah, so what I'm feeling so far is that October feels like it's a lot of, well, we've been learning and growing a lot this year. So many changes, so many shifting, but now it's kind of like they're saying we're going to start to apply all the things that we've done, like all the work that we've done. We've done so much to release things and let things go that were no longer serving us, and now it's like time to really go forward with being our authentic selves, like being our true ourselves, and just letting that come out, letting that shine, because we let go of so much that was holding us back or kind of like blocking us from letting our true colors show, like letting that inner shine, that authenticness to come true. And now that it's more apparent, like you can really see it within people now, you can see the truth more clearly which is a good thing, but it's also means that we have to be more aware, so practice awareness and being really a lot more responsible with our energy, and yeah, with everything that we do, really just being more in alignment, because even when we go off alignment just a little bit, it's going to be way more apparent, or if you go like out of integrity, it's way more apparent. So it's just being more honest with ourselves, being more honest with other people, and just everything in our life. So we're still learning that, still working through that. That's been like an ongoing theme for the whole year actually. And this month though, I'm feeling like the energies are more like time to put the pieces all together and to really start using what you've learned and start sharing. So that's another thing. It's like start sharing all the knowledge that you have, because as a light worker, as someone who's very sensitive, you know a lot. We know a lot. It's because I feel like the more sensitive you are, the more awareness you have, and just collecting all that knowledge throughout the years, it's like it's time to use that, time to start sharing your gifts, time to start being more this is the what they're showing me. It's like just start to spread the love and the light. So let's see. So the messages, we can choose some cards for October, and whatever the angels want us to know. I will choose 3 cards. Let's see, it says to choose the first 3. Okay. Interesting. So these are the cards. I'm using the flower cards. They wanted us to use the flower cards. Also the fairies are here, so that's probably why they want us to use the flower cards, because fairies are angels. They're like earth angels, you know. I mean, they work for God too. They're also, so you're spiritually connected to everyone through God. Use this sacred bond to heal your family, friends, and yourself. So this kind of sums up what I was talking about earlier. It's just time to start sharing your gifts, time to start sharing your knowledge, but you want to do it in a loving way for yourself and for others. Like, of course, you don't want to be preaching to others and trying to like tell people what they should do, only if they're open to it. So you don't have to you don't try to push your beliefs onto them if they're not ready. And you know, nobody likes to be told what to do, so you want to do it in a loving way, and the best way to do it is by just setting a good example. So just living your life, you know, the happiest, healthiest, most joyful version of yourself, and other people can see it, they can feel it, and that's how you spread the love. That's how you help others, really, by being the best version of yourself. So it's a lot of like doing more inner work, but at the same time, you know, if someone's open to receiving help, you can, you know, you can share with what you've been doing, you know, with your knowledge, your gifts, things like that. But also another thing is you want to do it in a way that's loving for yourself too. So you don't want to be like going, you know, like over giving, because I know a lot of sensitive people and light workers have this tendency. You want to like over give too much, not like give too much, but like, you know what I mean, like you over give and then you feel really tired and exhausted and burnt out, and that's that's not something you want to do either, because then that's not loving towards you. You want to make sure you're always giving to yourself, make sure that you're filled up with, you know, energy and love and light, and then you have more to give to the world, more to share with the world. So it's important to find that balance, and I think that's another thing that's coming up for this month, is trying to find a balance, because I feel like, you know, before, when we're really sensitive, and I'm talking from my own experience, and you want to keep giving and giving when you don't have healthy boundaries. You just keep giving and giving because you want to help people. You have a big heart and you want to help others, which is so beautiful, and that's why you're a light worker. But you also want to make sure that you're coming from love, and it's not out of like desperation or feeling like you're responsible for everyone. You want it to come from a loving place within you, a place where you actually feel good about giving, not because you feel like you need to do it, or yeah, like it's coming from like a burden. You want it to come from love. So just things to be aware of, and just notice, you know, when you're about to do something or give something, just check in with yourself and ask if it feels right to you, if it feels loving, if it feels like it's a good feeling. If it's not, if it's something's, it doesn't feel right, then you can you know, ask questions and ask, you know, why am I feeling this way? Why do I feel like I'm being forced to do this? Or why don't I feel good about it? And then the answers come to you when you ask questions. You ask questions checking in with your heart. You can also check in with your angels and your guides. So that's another big thing coming up for this month, is just being more balanced, having that balance in your life, so that you also can enjoy life too. It's not just you giving and, you know, not receiving back anything. And this is the second card. It says, your wishes are coming true. What your heart has been longing for is getting closer every day. So another message coming up for this month is to really take care of your heart. So this is a lot more heart-centered again, and really coming back to yourself. I feel like a lot of light workers, like what I was mentioning earlier, we have this tendency to always give, and without, sometimes if we're not aware, we can you know, our energy is just scattered everywhere, right? We're here with our family, here with our friends, here with our, you know, at work, whatever it is, and our energy is just everywhere. So it's a really good practice to come back within yourself. So maybe anything that you really like to enjoy doing that can help you to get recentered, like meditation's really good, dancing's really good, spending time out in nature, anything where you can come back to yourself, because it's like, you know, if you're, like I was saying earlier, if your energy is scattered everywhere, it's really hard to do things, and you'll feel really tired, you'll feel really drained, and that's the one big sign, is that you're spreading yourself too thin. All your energy is just everywhere. So you want to call your energy back, come from within. And then when you're filled up with that love, you take care of yourself, then you have so much more to give, and then you're not giving of your own energy. You're coming from like a channel, right? A channel of love, a channel of light. You want that light and the love coming from source through you, and then you give it out to the world. You don't want to give like your own personal energy. That's how you get really tired. So it's just something to think about when you start to feel like, you know, you can tell when you're not in centered, was when you feel kind of scattered, you feel tired, you feel anxious, you feel overwhelmed. Then that's like major signs that you want to come back to yourself. You want to recenter, you want to ground and come back to yourself. So just finding ways that works for you, because there's so many different ways, right? There's like yoga, there's so many things that you can do to help. So find something that you enjoy. You can always ask your heart, because your heart always knows. So you can ask your heart, like, what can I do that will help me to ground? What can I do that help me to recenter? And you'll probably get like a feeling, or you might see like a like a vision or something that will let you know, like, oh, this is what would help me to recenter. For me, I do many different things, because I'm very sensitive, so different things work for me for different energies, just depending how I feel. Like for me, I like to do dancing, I like to meditate too. Actually, I don't really like to meditate that much. I like to do more like moving meditation, so qigong, yoga, and spending time out in nature, like going for a walk or a hike in nature. For me, that's like moving meditation. I really have a hard time just sitting and like meditating. I do it, but I don't do that every day. Maybe twice a week, or like after yoga class, and then we meditate after yoga class, or we meditate after my qigong class. That's usually the only times I meditate. So you want to find something that works for you. That's what I'm trying to say. Like if meditation, you don't like it, then do something else. You want to do something that you actually enjoy doing, or else you're not going to do it. This is the third card. It says, open your third eye. It's safe for you to open your center of clairvoyance. By doing so, you'll see the truth. So this is another big one for like really sensitive people. Sometimes we don't want to see the truth about things. We'd rather not know, because we don't want to feel it. We feel like it's going to be too scary or too overwhelming. So we kind of put like these blinders on, like, okay, I'll deal with that later. I don't want to see the truth about that situation, or I don't want to see the truth about my relationship. I'd rather just pretend like everything's okay so I don't have to deal with it. Or I'll just avoid it, and I'll just shove it under the carpet for now, and I'll deal with it later. So that's kind of the feelings that the angels are saying, is that if you have the tendency to do that, it's not like it's not a bad thing. It's just something to be aware of. It's something that you do, and you want to practice being okay with seeing the truth, like knowing that it's safe for you to see the truth. It's a really big thing, because when you block yourself from seeing the truth in certain situations, it blocks you from everything. So if you're trying to develop your intuition, you're trying to have a stronger intuition, connect stronger with your angels and your guides, you have to be open to seeing the truth of everything, not just selective things. It doesn't work that way. Not just only the good things. It really doesn't work that way. I used to do that before. I only wanted to see the good things. I didn't want to see the bad things in people, and that got me into a lot of trouble. Well, I shouldn't say bad things. It's just like, we all have like the light and the dark within us. But before, I used to think like I didn't want to see the dark side. I didn't want to. It was too scary. I didn't want to see or believe that it was there, even though I knew it was there. But I didn't want to look at it because I thought it was really scary. But that got me into a lot of trouble, a lot of relationships that were not of the best. like one-sided relationships, or manipulative relationships, emotionally abusive relationships, just things like that. It's usually when you don't want to see the truth, you stay longer than you really should. So my point is to embrace seeing the truth and knowing that it's safe for you to see the truth. So you can even put your hand on your heart and say that it's safe for me to see the truth in all situations. It's safe for me to see the truth within myself. It's safe for me to see the truth within other people. That was powerful. I felt it in my heart too. But yeah, when you do that, you're telling yourself it's safe, it's okay, and then you can start to see the higher perspective, the bigger perspective. If you're only seeing like a selective view, then that really hinders your intuition. So I think a lot of people watching this, they want to be able to hear their guides, hear their angels, right? You want to see visions, you want to be more intuitive. And that's a big thing though. If you allow yourself to see the truth in everything and see the higher perspective, the bigger perspective, that will help open you up more to having stronger intuition and being able to see more and deeper intuition. So, and that will also not just help with your intuition, but that'll help you with everything in your life, especially with relationships. The angels are saying a lot of people watching this right now might be having some difficulties or challenges, maybe with friendships or with their like romantic relationships, or maybe wishing that you had more friends, or you had, you know, people that understood you or really get you. So this will help you to open up to that, to help you to attract the type of friendships that you want and that you deserve. And also it'll help you to see the truth of your current relationships, and if it is in alignment to what you truly want, if it's coming from love. And then you can, you know, when you have that knowledge, then you can use the knowledge to do, you know, what is the best choice for you. So we can do a healing now. Let's see. What are they saying we want to work on? They want us to do like a energy clearing for, yeah, being able to see the truth. This is a big one, I feel, for a lot of people right now. So let's see. They said we'll clear anything that is holding us back, any fears, any worries, any doubts, any limiting beliefs that are preventing us from seeing the truth in all situations, seeing the truth within ourselves and seeing the truth within others. And we're releasing anything that's holding us back, any fears. I feel a lot in the third eye, but also I feel a lot of energy releasing in the heart area too. And then the angels are saying that you'll be able to connect better with your, with the angels and with your spirit guides. So that's really exciting. Yeah, it's like a lot of worries. It's letting it go. And take deep breaths. Just visualize whatever you feel that is holding you back. Just let it go. Just see it like a waterfall just flowing through you, and it's just flushing out whatever is not serving you, whatever is just not coming from love. Just release it and just visualize it just flowing out of you, just easily, effortlessly, just flowing out. Okay. That made me cough. And then they want us to do some healing on the heart chakra, just to help us to feel more like worthiness, yes. So like yeah, releasing anything that's not of love, that is blocking us, any fears, any limiting beliefs, anything that's not coming from love, that is holding us back from really feeling the self-love and the self-worth. It's more like to be able to really feel so deeply that you are worthy of love, you're worthy of respect, you're worthy of all that is meant for you, you're worthy of God, you're worthy of universe. This is like really deep, because when you really feel that you're worthy, it changes everything in your life. You attract different higher quality relationships, or your relationships will shift. And not just that, like in your business, you start to feel more worthy, so your clients or customers, they start to respect you. They'll start to, yeah, it's a lot of things. When you're coming from this place of worthiness, things really change. Or even at your job, your coworkers might start treating you differently. You might get a raise, get a promotion, better job. Because then you start to raise your standards, and you're not gonna settle for mediocrity. You're not gonna settle for less than what you know that you deserve. So the angels are saying there's some people watching this, they're settling. They're saying they're settling in their relationships, settling in their jobs, and the angels are like, no. No more settling. This is the time to be in our authentic truth. And when you're coming from the authentic truth, that means you are worthy. You're worthy because you're worthy of God, which means you're worthy of good, all that is meant for you. So you can't be settling and be in alignment at the same time. It doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. And then also, it's so much energy going through me. We'll just finish this first. So clearing anything that's holding us back from being worthy, feeling worthy of all that is meant for you. Oh, that was heavy. That was a lot. Not heavy, like strong, like so much energy coming through. What else did they want us to clear? Letting go of the fear of the unknown, like letting go of the fear of the future. I think this is something else that's been going on, I feel, lately. A lot of people are feeling scared because there's so many changes, so many shifting, but then it's like, right now it's like the dust hasn't completely settled yet, so things can seem a little bit murky or not very clear yet as to the next steps, or being able to see the bigger vision. And the reason why the angels are saying is because it's like we've been lying to ourselves almost, you know, with all of those limiting beliefs, all of those fears, all of those things that has been releasing from us this whole year. And now it's like starting to be more within our, you know, our authentic self. But it feels weird because it's like we're not used to being our authentic self, because we've been going through life for how many years operating on these false beliefs. And now it's like, what? It feels really weird in a good way. It's like adjusting to this new version, this new way of living, the authentic way. And so the dust hasn't completely settled yet. Still, things are still shifting, clearing out. So it's hard to see sometimes the vision, the clear vision. I think a lot of people want to see a clear vision before they move forward. They're like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm not sure. I feel stuck. I feel lost. I feel confused. So this is another thing that has to do with trusting and knowing that you're being guided. And you know, you want to always come back to yourself. So that, remember, you want to come back to yourself whenever you start to feel lost, overwhelmed, confused, and then check in with yourself and ask, what's my next step? Like, what is my next step to, you know, move forward? Or what is it? Like, what am I feeling? The feelings that, you know, like when you really start to connect to your heart and to yourself, you can really feel it. Like, what is my next step? Like, what do I really truly want to do with my life? It's like all these questions, all these doors are opening up that we never could see before. And now it just seems like it's there's just a lot. So we want to let the dust settle a little, but at the same time, just start doing things that you love. Like that's probably like the most basic thing. Just focusing on what makes you happy, what brings you joy, and that is usually how you can tell what's your next step. It feels good, it feels right, it feels really in alignment with your heart, and that's how you know. So again, you want to always come back to your heart. So we'll clearing they're saying clearing the fears of moving forward and anything that is blocking you from trusting yourself and trusting that you're being guided. Yeah, that's really powerful too. So letting go of the fears and the worries and just trusting, because this is also the new way of living. The authentic way of living is when you're coming from a place of love and trust, and you feel it in your heart. That's the new way of living, is living from your heart, being guided from your heart. So for people who are so used to being very like thinkers, they like to be up in their head, it's gonna feel a lot more challenging to get used to this, like coming from your heart. But this is a new way. This really is, and the energy is going to continue to rise as the energy vibration of the earth starts to rise, get higher, even more. So more than ever, you really have to come from your heart, because you're gonna see, if you try to make decisions from your head, I'm not saying like to be totally not logical at all, that's not what I'm saying, but you want to make it based on what you're feeling in your heart. And if you try to do it strictly from your head, you're gonna see it's gonna be very hard. You'll feel really stuck, really frustrated. But we're all learning. And the more you can practice coming from your heart, you come from your heart, but you want the heart and the head to work together. That's probably a better explanation. It's like, am I feeling, is this right? You know, sometimes the most logical things might not feel right. That's why you want to always check in too. It's like checking with your heart, making sure that it feels good, it feels right. Your heart is like your compass. It like tells you if you're heading in the right direction. It's like GPS. So if you really take time to listen, and you want to always come back to yourself, that's why the main message of this month, learning to come back to you, because that's the way you can hear your heart, listen to your heart, feel your heart. If you're all over the place, you know, like overwhelmed, scattered, like then it's really hard to hear and feel. So that's why all the messages, they overlap. These are really good. I needed to hear them too. So yeah, clearing the fears. I'm feeling a lot of people's heart is opening up more. It's like getting brighter. I can see like the light is getting brighter. Just feeling like a stronger connection within you, and feeling the inner strength, and also the trusting that, you know, you're being guided, you can move forward. It feels good. It just feels really good in my heart. Okay, that's good. So, is there anything else? They're saying that's the main things. So we're really good. I'm super excited. It sounds like another really good month. I hope that these messages and the healing helped you. You can let me know too. You know, if you have any feedback, or if anything, you know, if you want to share any of your experiences, I would love to hear. Also, if you're interested in getting a session with me, we do a lot of this type of energy work, energy clearing. I'm able to tune into people's energy and scan like scan your energy and check to see what things are like out of alignment, or which chakras are blocked, and just helping you to come back to yourself, coming back to your truth, letting your gifts and your abilities come out so that you can share it with the world with love and joy, and just basically being free and letting yourself live the life that you're meant to live, the life that you deserve, and feeling that love that you have for yourself, and that you can feel all the love from your angels, your guides, from God, from the universe, whoever it is that you resonate with. You're going to feel it so strongly within you, and you can shine it to the whole world. You just become this bright beacon of light. And just imagine if all of us were like that. We were just these strong channels sending love and light to the whole world. How amazing the world would be. And it would also benefit you as well, because you become this magnet, right? When you are shining your light so brightly, all the things that you want, all the things that are meant for you, it comes to you. It just comes to you like a magnet. So the love, the abundance, the amazing relationships that you want, the business, the success, whatever it is that is meant for you, it can come to you, because you're in that flow. And when you're in the flow, you just become this magnet. And that's kind of like what they talk about, like law of attraction, like that's like the basics of it. It's like you want to be this clear channel, and then things just flow to you. When you have the blocks and the fears, the doubts, and all the limiting beliefs, that like, you know, it shuts your energy down, it blocks you. Or if you have like old emotions, like lots of old hurt, anger, resentment, you know, if it's all inside of your heart, it's blocking your heart, then it would be really hard to attract, right? If your heart is shut down and blocked. So those are just some of the things that we can work on in the session. You can always email me, let me know if you would like to get a session. And thank you guys for watching, and I hope that this video helped you. And if you enjoy this new video way, let me know too. Bye.